Hi everyone. So, what I did for the neuroplasticity challenge was I took on a carnivore diet, and basically, what I did was I removed all plant foods from my diet. That includes fruits, vegetables, grains. I was only eating animal foods, so meat, especially ruminant animals, um, dairy products, raw dairy if I can get it, cheese, eggs, and how that affects my day to day life, my brain function is just amazing. So, um, how this challenge related to the material is that eating this way supports your neurotransmitters directly. I actually used to supplement with L-tyrosine and 5-HTP because I had depression and anxiety and I wanted to go the natural route. And what I found is while on this diet, I was naturally getting all of these supplements through the food, all these vitamins and minerals through just eating animal based. And I actually didn't even have to take my supplements anymore. So my neurotransmitter precursors, um, wait, so like the supplements are neurotransmitter precursors, and the food eating a carnivorous diet actually um, took away the need for those supplements, which I thought was amazing. Also, this diet relates to our course material by just observing the unconscious and the conscious mind. So, just naturally, we think, oh, hey, we live in America, right? Eating cheeseburgers, eating french fries, eating ice cream, this is all normal and natural. But how often do we really stop and ask ourselves, like, okay, what should we really be eating as human beings? What did our ancestors eat? And I think if we really like use our brains, to observe the conscious mind, we'll start to get answers to those questions. Of course, our ancestors ate meat. Of course, our ancestors didn't eat processed sugars, didn't eat bread for the most part until like obviously later down the line. But another aspect was sleep deprivation or just sleep in general. And when I went on the carnivore diet, my sleep improved dramatically. And also, I forgot to mention this, but my anxiety and depression went away fully. I actually felt super energized, super alive and magnetic, and just like high on life, which leads me into alcohol and the effects that alcohol has on the brain. And I haven't had any desire for alcohol. And I think that alcohol is connected to sugar and carbs. And if you eliminate sugar and carbs, your desire for alcohol might lessen, just in my personal experience. Um, Cognitively, my memory and my mood um, has greatly been increased by the carnivore diet. I can focus, I can read a book like with so much energy, and like instead of getting distracted and like looking around the room or doing two things at once, I can just like read the book quickly and retain the information, which I find to be freaking epic. Um, and yeah, sensation. How does sensation affect? So I find that when you eliminate all of these other options and mostly just eating animal foods, kind of like if you're put into like a sensation deprivation space, it's like depriving yourself of, instead of like sensations, but depriving yourselves of all these other food options actually simplifies your life so much, and allows the brain to function at optimal levels because there isn't so much like conflict going on, if that makes sense. Like there aren't as many thoughts. So the biggest aspect I think that highlights our material is just the neurotransmitter support and how eating animal products containing, gosh, what is it, like just like certain vitamins is just so freaking supportive of our brain and of brain function, and how diet is so deeply connected to how our brains work. I would say victories for me, definitely alleviating my mental illness. I had depression, anxiety, and a couple months before that, borderline personality disorder, completely gone. Also, sleeping better, waking up feeling super rested. And some challenges were the sugar cravings in the beginning, like the addiction that I had to kind of push through. Um, just like rewiring my brain, and my pathways to like start fueling off of ketones instead of glucose. And so some modifications I made during that time was allowing more like cheese or dairy, which like strict carnivore would just be meat. So just allowing myself to have different choices. And what I learned was that I'm just trying to be fast here. Diet affects everything. What we put into our body affects everything. And if you're eating processed foods, you're probably going to go through more mental processes. So the more back to earth that we can get and the simpler that we can get just within our intake, not only physically, but mentally, like what we're putting into our brains, like social media, things like that, really makes it harder to thrive in our life. So if we can simplify, if we can get back to nature, we will hopefully, most likely, maybe be more successful, more happy, more fulfilled. Anyways, I could add so much more, but that's what I learned from the neuroplasticity challenge in connection to the carnivore diet.